Sadly, 10 years ago, Joni Lorner, Chyna, passed away. Chyna had a hell of an impact in the wrestling business. Chyna was part of a lot of great things that helped make up the Attitude Era. From being Triple H's bodyguard, to being part of DX, to even helping Triple H rise to the top till he won the first WWF title in August of 1999. After that, after they both went their separate ways on TV, behind the scenes would slowly change into '01. But you would see Chyna with Eddie Guerrero, her feuding with the Radicals, then to her being part of Eddie Guerrero and the Mamacita. And then you see the breakup where Eddie cheats on her. Badass Billy Gunn returns. And then you see where that leads to the right to censor thing, where he ends up losing the Mr. Ass name. And you see her slowly in a feud with Ivory. Then beating Ivory at WrestleMania, then Trish and Lita. Then out the door she went, because she found a love note supposedly of Triple H given to Stephanie within the last year, and they were at the point of buying a house and getting married, and it hurt her. And I've also heard from like Jim Ross and others, she was wanting like $2 million. Which after this, Chyna really didn't do much more in the wrestling business. She'd have a couple dates in Japan in the TNA, where she came in for the Sacrifice pay-per-view to help out Kurt Angle against Karen Angle, I guess Karen Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett. That real life behind the scenes thing where Karen Angle went from Kurt Angle to Jeff Jarrett after they split. Which, for anyone wanting to look this up, this was Sacrifice pay-per-view in 2011. Yes, she did get into porn, and her addictions to alcohol and drugs did not help her. But she did go to Japan, and she was doing off and on okay, was a teacher, and I think that helped her when she was over there because she was away from the wrestling business. She would come back to the States in 2015, and you would hear that Triple H of she can't go in the Hall of Fame because an 8-year-old might look up her porn if they see her name. Yeah, and I think that hurt her, which she went on Vince Russo and she was pissed off, and I don't blame her. And you see the altercation at the funeral in the summer when Rowdy Piper passed in July. I think what she wanted, because she was doing Comic Cons and you saw her and Mick Foley have that hug segment, she liked giving back to the fans, but she was eventually going to want back in the business. The problem's always going to be, will she go back to WWE, and will WWE bring her back due to her past? We'll have to see, would be the answer to that, and the C would end up being no, unlike, say, Billy Gunn or Scott Hall or whoever else that came back. That's on Vince McMahon not to bring her back. And it hurt Chyna because she wanted that acceptance and to go in the Hall of Fame while she was alive, and they were rejecting her. And I think it helped her lead to getting worse on alcohol and taking those pills to where it led to an accidental overdose, to where she passed on April 17th, 2016, and it was very sad. She left behind a hell of a career. She was more to those idiots that say she was nothing but a porn star. Yeah, good look at her career. Those 4 years in the WWF made her a Hall of Famer. We can all say that Chyna left behind a legacy. She was a huge part of the women's revolution to this day. And for Triple H, he did do her wrong. But he has a past just like Shawn Michaels that he may not want to bring up. And yes, Chyna did go in the WWE Hall of Fame, but part of DX, not when she was alive. Great for her, but it could have been, in my opinion, a little disrespectful too. Depends on how you look at it. I wish she would have got the opportunity to go in when she was alive. But let me know your thoughts. What'd you think of Chyna? Thank you for watching. Feel free to check out the links in the description. Peace.